there's an interview on the internet with Andrew Tate, and he speaks to a therapist. And this therapist is completely non-judgmental, which is actually important to allow this person, this influential, toxic person, I don't even know, you know what I mean, to show their hand, right? And I challenge anybody to listen to him talking about his dad and not understand what the fuck is going on. Like, it is actually sad. If I'm to remove myself from the greater implications of this, like, fucking moron, right? Hearing him try and validate in his own brain that his dad wasn't there and he was a drunk and he treated his mum like shit and he only loved him in if he was achieving things. He's convinced himself that's being a good father. That is fucking heartbreaking to me. That actually
Mm.
breaks my heart. And this person, because of the system we live in, has been pushed into an algorithm because he's got money, supporting an idea of being a whole human being, which is completely flawed. Being a human being, in my idea, is about being connected. It's about connection to the self and to others around them. Literally I could go and pick up the clip right now of this person, this supposed thought leader, saying that he's not only not present with people, he said that. He only believes in conquest. Do you know what I mean? And accumulation. And then claims that he's breaking out of a matrix. That is the matrix. That way of looking at life, that capitalist system, accumulation, exploitation, that's the matrix. Like, in my belief, connecting to the self and the community, freedom being the absence of want, not desiring. I don't need to wake up and think, why is my car not better? Why don't I have a bigger house? Imagine just waking up and being like, I fucking love who I'm around right now. I love how I feel. That's freedom to me.
100%. And I agree with you that, I came up, and I've spoken about this 100,000 times this fucking podcast, but I came up as such a like finger wagging, like you're a cunt and you're a cunt and you're a racist, like big on the
Mm,
labeling people and just, having like never spoken out about how I felt about anything. It all just came once I was given permission, to open my mouth about things that mattered. It just all
mm,
came out like fucking word vomit.
fair.
And I think just so much pain, so much abuse pent up just came out. But then a few years ago, I recognized that everyone talks to each other like this all the time now, and that I have a carbon footprint in this because I got so
Mm.
heavily rewarded. Not that I'm similar to Andrew Tate, but figures like that. It's like the people who are the most outrageous or
It's an attention
divisive.
economy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an attention economy. And I rose to the fucking top of that for a minute, where I'm on the cover of Vogue, Time Magazine's 25 most influential, all these different things, all these different markers that signal to other young people, regardless of their gender, but especially women, um,
Mm,
this is how you behave to be taken seriously, to be taken notice of, and this is the right way to speak to people, and this creates change. And I did create some change, but
mm.
nowhere fucking near as much as I could have if I had had an approach that had more empathy, more patience, more love, or more of an understanding that I learn best when I'm being motivated and not shamed.